Welcome to StoryLounge. In the heart of ancient Rome, where power and oppression ruled the day, one name would rise above all others: Spartacus. His story is one of strength, defiance, and rebellion. But before he became a legend, Spartacus was a man who once lived in chains. Born in Thrace, a rugged region in modern-day Bulgaria, Spartacus grew up as a soldier. He fought bravely for his people, but like so many who opposed Rome, he was captured and enslaved. The mighty Roman Empire turned him from a free warrior into a gladiator, a man forced to fight for his life for the entertainment of the masses. For many, this would be the end of the story. But for Spartacus, it was just the beginning. From the moment he was sold into the brutal world of the arena, something inside him refused to be broken. Picture this: an enormous Roman amphitheater, packed with thousands of spectators, cheering for blood. In the center, under the scorching sun, stands Spartacus. His heart pounds, his muscles tense. This is no ordinary battle, it's a fight for survival, one he faces time and time again. The life of a gladiator was brutal, violent, and often short. But Spartacus was different. Not only was he skilled in combat, but he also carried a spark of rebellion deep within him, a longing for freedom that no chain could hold. Each victory in the arena brought him closer to a dream, one he dared to believe in, escaping the cruelty of Rome and leading his fellow slaves to freedom. But how does one man, surrounded by enemies and locked in chains, dare to dream of freedom? For Spartacus, that dream was the only thing stronger than the empire itself. It's 73 BC. Deep inside the walls of a gladiator school in Capua, Spartacus has had enough. He whispers to his fellow gladiators, men who, like him, have been beaten, humiliated, and forced to fight. They agree, the time for rebellion is now. Armed with kitchen knives and stolen weapons, Spartacus leads a daring escape. They break free from their captors, fighting their way out and fleeing to the hills. What starts as a small band of runaway slaves quickly grows into an unstoppable force. Thousands of men, women, and children, slaves from across the empire, join Spartacus in his quest for freedom. From the mountains of southern Italy, Spartacus and his followers launch a rebellion that sends shockwaves through the Roman Empire. They defeat Roman forces again and again, turning a ragtag group of slaves into a powerful army. The rebellion spreads like wildfire. Spartacus, once a gladiator fighting for survival, now leads a full-scale revolution against the mightiest empire in the world. His army grows to tens of thousands, and their victories on the battlefield make them legends. But Spartacus isn't just fighting for revenge, he's fighting for something far more powerful: freedom. His army is made up of slaves who dream of escaping the chains of oppression, and with each battle, their hopes grow stronger. What makes this story so incredible is that Spartacus wasn't just a warrior, he was a leader. He united people from all walks of life, all with the same goal: to live free, or die trying. Now, let's not forget, the Romans weren't used to losing, especially to slaves. Furious at their defeats, the Roman Senate sends their best generals to crush the rebellion. But time and time again, Spartacus outsmarts them. He uses guerrilla tactics, striking fast and disappearing into the mountains before the Romans can catch him. For 2 years, the rebellion rages on, and Rome's mighty legions are powerless to stop it. Spartacus becomes a symbol of defiance, not just to the slaves of Italy, but to all who suffer under Rome's harsh rule. The Romans, with all their power, are left scrambling, trying to contain a rebellion led by a former gladiator. And for a while, it looks like Spartacus might actually win. But, as with all great stories, the tide begins to turn. The Romans, determined to end the rebellion once and for all, send Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in Rome, to crush Spartacus's army. Crassus, with his vast resources, builds a wall, a literal wall, across Italy to trap Spartacus and his followers. Spartacus faces a terrible choice: flee to the mountains and continue the fight, or face the Romans head-on in one final battle. True to his character, Spartacus chooses to fight. In 71 BC, on the plains of Sircia, Spartacus leads his army into battle for the last time. Though vastly outnumbered and outmatched, Spartacus fights with the courage of a man who refuses to be a slave. He charges into battle, sword in hand, leading his people in a desperate struggle for survival. The rebellion is crushed, and Spartacus is never seen again. Some say he fell in battle, others believe he escaped into the mountains, his fate unknown. But one thing is certain, his legacy endures. Even in defeat, Spartacus became a symbol of resistance. His story of rebellion against the might of Rome continues to inspire people around the world to this day. From slaves dreaming of freedom to those fighting against oppression, Spartacus's spirit lives on in every struggle for justice. He was more than just a gladiator. He was a rebel, a leader, and a legend whose courage echoes through the ages. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Spartacus, the gladiator who became a legend. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more incredible tales from history. Spartacus may be gone, but his fight for freedom will never be forgotten.